what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Rockstarflipper YouTube channel. Welcome into all of my new viewers. Thank you for joining me. If you're not a part of this channel or you just joined, make sure you hit the like button before you leave and subscribe to this channel for future videos. I really appreciate it. Today's title, you saw it. I had a buyer on eBay make me offers on 64 items. Now, they pretty much made those offers all in one period. I believe it was like 55 or 57 of them that I woke up to. These offers were made from the West Coast. This was a California buyer, and I checked the time. It was overnight for me. It was probably like 1 in the morning, which would have put it at what, like 10 p.m. out in California. So it was late, but it wasn't ridiculous for their time. Somebody could have very well been shopping. They didn't lowball me, and they didn't make like mostly fair offers. So like on $15 items, they were offering like $8, $9. So a little bit low, but not like crazy $3, $4 offers. And so I countered a lot of them at like, you know, like $14, $15 items. I countered at like 11, 12, extra $2 or $3 across the board. Even though I'm winning on the combined shipping, I still want to try to make some deals. Every one that I could accept that I was good with, I accepted. Now this was my mistake and I take full responsibility for this. I accepted probably around 20 or 25 of the offers, and I countered you know, the other 25 or 30 or whatever it was. And in the messages, I was very polite. I basically just copied and pasted a message and said, hey, I really appreciate your interest in all my items. I've accepted as many as I'm able to accept. I've countered you at a fair offer on the rest of them. Hopefully we can make a deal, etc., etc. I sent all those over in the counter offers, and the person replied back pretty quickly. Now this was the next morning. I woke up probably around like 8:30 or 9 o'clock in the morning and saw all these messages and offers that were like 7 hours old. So I countered them at probably in the neighborhood of 9 o'clock in the morning. Within an hour, maybe 2 hours, so let's call it 10:30, 11 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock their time, they responded and accepted all the offers with the exception of like 2 or 3 that they didn't want to accept. Cool. What I did notice was that they were all different sizes, all different types of clothing. It wasn't just women's large. It was women's large, women's small, women's medium. There were a few men's items, a kid's item, a dog item that I have. It was a real big mix of merchandise. So I immediately went to their feedback. I did this even before I accepted a lot of the offers. And they had 200 stars, 200 positive feedback. They didn't have any items for sale, and they'd only sold one item that I could see, that I remembered. So they're not really a seller. They just sold something that was probably theirs personally. But in the last month to 6 months, they had like 50 positive feedbacks. Everyone saying they were a great buyer, easy transaction. Some of the screen names of the people they did business with were obvious clothing sellers, like you know, Susie's Thread Shop or something. And so I figured they were a clothes buyer. Maybe they had a shop they were stocking. Maybe they just bought a lot of clothing. Maybe they were responsible for, you know, fashion. Maybe they worked in the fashion industry. They were in California. They weren't in Hollywood. They were a couple hours north of that. But it's possible they worked in the movie industry. You know, they were buying things to stock up a costume department. Any number of things came to my mind. I figured it was legit. And they responded to my messages. I sent a direct message that said, hey, I did all the offers, blah, 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 in addition to the messages in the best offers. And they responded and said that they would make payment that night. Perfect. Totaled it up. It only let me invoice them twice because apparently the max number of items in a single invoice on eBay is 40. But everything they bought was free shipping with the exception of like 2 items. And I was like, it's fine, I'll just give them those 2 for free. So I combined them all into 40, free shipping, shot the invoice over. It was like $560, I think. And then the second invoice was 24 items. So it was 40 and 24. The second invoice was like another 300. Their total bill was like $700 or $800. And I said, the invoices, no payment. So I wake up the next morning, I messaged them and said, was there an issue with the invoice, an issue with the payment? Please advise. I'd like to get these shipped out as quick as possible. And we even had the priority boxes ready to go. We had weighed it. We had, you know, figured out how they were going to go. And customer responds, says, yeah, I had an issue with the payment. It's not letting me pay it. Can you send them all in one invoice? I called eBay. They said they couldn't do that. It had to be 2. So they resent them again to her as 2 invoices. Still no payment. I messaged her and said, hey, I really need to receive payment by tomorrow. Otherwise, it's, you know, my eBay's going to open unpaid item case against you. And she said, oh, no, I don't want that. I really want them. I'll get the payment working. I'll call eBay. Says she called eBay, called PayPal, and they couldn't help her. So that was the last message I received. I emailed back again and said, please try calling them again. I need to know about this payment. I have 64 items that are unsold. or unpaid, and I need to get these resolved. Well, day comes and goes, no payment, unpaid item case. 64 unpaid item cases. So then contact cut off, nothing else. So long story short, I closed all 64 unpaid item cases against her, and she got 64 unpaid item strikes. I'm gonna jump over to my computer, I'm gonna show you what it looks like, and then I'm gonna tell you what my opinion is of what happened, and I wanna know what your guys' opinion is down in the comment section below. Keep in mind, I am well known on social media, YouTube, eBay, the community, so what your explanation of what happened is and what actually did happen might be two different things. Keep that in mind when making your comment. Let's go over to my computer and show you how it worked out. All right, here we are on my screen. You guys can see, and I'm going to put the name out there for obvious reasons. One, the account's probably going to be closed, so you won't have to worry about it, but I suggest you blocking this person. I don't publicly call out people on my channel, but when you go to this link to scam me, troll me, whatever, you deserve to be blocked, and this is no longer shaming a buyer as it is showing fact and exposing a buyer for being a terrible eBayer. The name is Octo, O-K-T-O, Brianna, B-R-I-A-N-A _6. You can see it on my screen. Block that name. But like I said, it's probably going to be suspended and restricted, closed, you know, banned within any day now. With 64 unpaid items, I don't know how they can't, you know, get rid of this account. Anyways, you see all the items. Look, $25, 4. I let her have a few items for cheap to throw them in, but 15, 14, 15, 15, 14. Some of the cheap items I just wanted to get rid of. They were kids' clothes items mostly. Quite a few. But anyways, the whole order was some ridiculous amount of money. And you guys can see the whole list as I keep going up and up and up. There's more and more and more and more. There's more down here. There's another one, and if I go to page 2 or 3, there's more of them. So that's what happened. Basically, you just open the unpaid item and you close it after they don't pay. And you guys can see final value fee credited, final value fee credited, final value fee credited over and over again. So what do I think happened? One of two things. I initially thought maybe the account got hacked, but with the messaging back and forth and over the course of 4, 5, 6 days, I'm kind of leaning towards that didn't happen. And my second option was that I got trolled. Somebody thought they were being funny. They were going to buy up all my inventory, waste a bunch of my time, and cause a bunch of my inventory to be down, not for sale for days. So it did cause my inventory to not be for sale. That's true. But it didn't cost me a lot of time because it only cost me maybe 2 minutes to multi-open all these cases and another 2 minutes to relist everything all at once in bulk. Really, this only took 10 minutes of my time. Some of the messages took more time than it took for me to get these, you know, unpaid item cases closed and get them back up. It did cause my inventory not to be available, so that's a little crappy for, what, like 6 days? 5, 6 days? So I'm hoping that it was somebody that thought they were going to troll me and be funny and use a secondary account, because I want this one to get suspended and then link to the other one and get their main account suspended so they learn a lesson. That might sound horrible, but if you're a terrible person and you went to these links to do this, you don't deserve to be on eBay, period. So I'd be curious to think if you guys have any other ideas of what may have happened, or, you know, what you think was the story or how you feel about this or what you would have done. Yes, with best offer, you cannot require immediate payment. I'm sure I'll get that question in the comment section below. There's nothing I can do. I did see some people tell me that they would have accepted maybe 5 or 10 of them and made them make payment before accepting the rest of them. That's probably hindsight 2020 what I should have done. I should have accepted a few of the offers, sent an invoice, said please make payment, and I'll continue accepting offers as you make payments. It wasn't being greedy. It was a lot of money, but it was just a normal transaction to me. I did my due diligence. I checked my feedback or their feedback. I did everything I could. I checked their buying history. Everything looked good. So this is just one of those things that, you know, somebody tried to be a jerk. They were successful for a few days. And unfortunately, there wasn't a whole lot that I could do about it. So thanks, guys, for watching. Please leave a comment down in the comment section below. I really want to know what you guys think about this. I'll check them out. I'll approve them. I'll respond to as many as possible. And enjoy your weekend, everybody. I'll see you soon.